So great. How do we do this? How do we envision and create this space? So first thing is there's no tricks. Nothing I will ever share with you has a trick, because there's no tricks in the universe. The universe behaves the way the universe behaves. Hello, beautiful souls. Is that how we start? Okay.
Thank you for making it happen. Second video of you. Seems like everybody loved the last video, the first video of you. So, and we're gonna keep continue sharing.
Mm-hmm.
So today, I'd love to ask how to make real change to your life. Real change, not just keep talking about it. Like really make a change to your life.
That's a good question. Great question. So thank you for having me again. Hello, beautiful souls. Karen. Okay, so how do we make real change in our life? So first, that question kind of also makes it difficult to ever really achieve when the question comes that way. So I'll tell you what I mean. If you say, how do I make real change in my life? That implies that there's this life and then that there's you and you can change it and you can live a better life. That's not how it works. You are life. So how to make a change in your life comes from how you make changes within yourself. Then life follows. It responds to this change. Okay? So, for example, if you wake up in the morning and you get up early and you don't normally go out and say hello to people, by going out and saying hello to people, you'll change your life because you've changed you. You've changed what you do. Okay? So the key to changing life is not to change the external and hope it gets better. The key is to change yourself, and the external will start vibrating, will start behaving differently around you, as well as you will see it differently. So this comes through practice, this comes through attitude, this comes through a mindset, right? No one can, shake a wand and then change their life. Even if they could, that's not how they go about it, because there's no quality in that. There's nothing that really becomes part of you in that, or that is you becoming part of it. That's a trick. So it won't last long. So maybe you might win some money and you'll feel rich and like you're having a good life for a moment, and then the money will go because you spent it and you didn't really know how to manage it, and then you're going to be right back to where you were, and probably worse. You're probably going to be even more upset. So really, having money is not the issue. Having money is a state. It's a moment in life where you have or you do not have life. Your attitude, your behavior, these are the parts of you that you can work on. And when you work on those, everything around you starts to change. So first thing, do you look at challenges when they come as you are a victim and someone's trying to punish you? Or do you look at challenges and say, hey, life is exciting. I'm going to see how I do here. Okay? That mindset is already the difference between a high quality life and living to survive. Okay? The whole idea of living to survive, what are you surviving? What are you surviving from that you're living to survive? It doesn't, you're surviving and living. How can you do that? How can you live and survive at the same time? You're living, period. That's it. There's no surviving. These words, these mindsets that we find ourselves in is what creates all of the problems, is what creates all of the challenges. How we tell ourselves what is going on creates all of the problems. Okay, so let's bring this into a real working example for myself. All right, well, I had mentioned in another video that I had been working for 1.5 years in the house and aiming to get something done. Throughout the entire time, disclaimer, I'm going to let you know right now, that entire time, I had no money, I was building up debts, and it was very difficult to find a job because the tech market very challenging right now. Okay, so here, no income, debts, and job prospects don't look good. Yet, I live on top of a hill in Costa Rica with an incredible view, with an incredible partner, with incredible friends, and I'm working exactly on what I want to be working on, my project, my own dream. So how do I do that? How did all of that come about when I have no money. Isn't money the only way to live in a happy place, a beautiful place, and have the ability to work on what it is that you want? Don't you need to go and make money first before you can experience that? No, you definitely don't. Actually, if you go and get the money first before you do that, when you find that you have the money, you'll realize you don't know what you want to work on. And you'll realize you don't know what you want to live because you've not practiced living in that way. So,
Should we wait?
yeah.
It's great.
Like we get it. We know the power is out. There's no power. Why does the only power that exists be annoying? Why not be a friendly? We're having some technical difficulties with the beeping noise in the background. So we're tuning. This is how it works in the jungle. You want to live at the top of the hill in the jungle? You're gonna have some beeping noises when power goes out, as well as monkeys in the morning, which is amazing. So the whole idea that we were discussing before our technical difficulties was that a lot of the time one would put an obstacle in front of them in order to become happy. And usually the obstacle that they want in front of them is either very big, more impossible than possible, more challenging than less challenging, and usually only put in front of them because they either do not know how to approach being happy, or they do not want to admit that they're enjoying part of the unhappiness. See, that's the key, is a lot of the time the challenges that we face in life, we think they're external because of what's going on. Well, first of all, those external challenges come from somebody else's internal challenges. That's number one. Okay, so somebody internally or a group of people internally are not happy, and then they will reflect it outwards, and then that will become someone else's external, and then that person's going to take it in and say life is hard and this is what happens, and then they're going to have an internal challenge, and then it's going to keep on perpetuating. This is the design of distraction. This is the design of entertainment. It's to keep you from paying attention to what is really in front of you. Okay? So what is really in front of you? You are really in front of you. I know that kind of sounds weird because you're looking at you. How are you in front of you? You are in front of you because the world is a reflection of you. The world is seen by you and looks the way it does as a reflection to how you are internally. Okay, so here we mentioned I didn't have any money, I had debt, I couldn't find a job, the job wasn't there, and yet I'm living in the jungle, in paradise, on the top of a hill, with great friends and a great person. So what's really going on? Well, a few things are going on. Number one, I don't need money to live well. Okay? Yes, eventually money needs to be made, though the point is, me being able to live well comes from what I have available to me. So how did I get this place? I got this place because my friend called me up and said, Daniel, I have a place for you. And I'm like, I don't have any money. Like, what are you calling me for? I'm in Mexico right now trying to figure out where I'm going to live in an affordable way. No, okay, fine, you're not here yet. I'm going to hold it for you. You live in one of the most beautiful, wealthy places in the world. There's so many people that would take the home. Go rent it to them. No, you don't get it. It's your home. Okay. I'll call you back in 2 weeks and we'll see. So I call him back in 2 weeks, or he messages me in 2 weeks. So Daniel, I got the house for you, ready to see it. Well, actually, funny enough, I'm coming back to Costa Rica and I will be looking for a place, but still, I don't have the money yet. So, go rent it to someone else. Oh, okay, I'll hold it for you. All right. I don't think I looked to my other friend and I'm like, I don't think he understands what I'm saying. I'm telling him I don't have money and go rent it to someone else. And he keeps telling me that it's my home and he's going to hold it for me. All right. Anyway, 2 weeks later go by and I come back to Costa Rica. And funny enough, the one place that I'm staying as I come immediately is my friend's entire retreat center. And I'm paying him very little, if nothing, only to pay for the cleaning and the help. And I get the entire retreat center to myself because for that month it's closed. All right. So my friend messages me. Okay, you ready to come see the house? And I'm like, okay, listen, if I'm gonna come and see this house, this is what I have. This is what I'm able to do. And if you can work with that, then let's go. He replies to me, yeah, we can do that. I'm like, okay, I'll come check it out. Now, before this moment, what am I doing in Mexico? Well, in Mexico, I'm in a position where I'm looking for a job. Now, when I say I'm looking for a job, what does that really mean? I'm looking for a job. It means that I want a job that I'm going to be happy in, not accept work. I actually got an offer that was willing to start me at $40,000 a month. Okay, it's quite a bit of money. Though I knew I wouldn't be happy. So I told the job, no. And then there was this other job, $1,000 a week, and it has room to grow. I was like, okay, I'll do that because that's happy. All right, so I start the $1,000 a job a week. It's going great, and I'm loving it. And I think to myself, well, I don't really need to do much in this job. Maybe I'll try the 40,000 one and do them both. I call up the 40,000 one, and I say, hey, I'll do the interview. And they go, oh, didn't you hear? We're not hiring anyone anymore. The whole company is frozen in hiring. And I'm like, exactly. But how do I take that moment? I stuck with my gut of what I really wanted, and I got work that actually lasted me 8 months and ended up going to $10,000 a month and was full part-time and allowed me to develop the income I needed to pay the debts, to afford the place, to live in the abundance that I envisioned myself, which we'll talk about in a second. And the external world promising me the biggest number, oh, come work with us, only 30 days later would have canceled the entire thing on me, and all of it would have been lost, and I would have said no to the opportunity that I would have found myself happy with. So what happened there? Well, I decided to go with happiness. I don't need money to be happy. I realized happiness comes from me, from how I carry myself into an experience. And the world showed me and confirmed, see, if you didn't go for happiness and you went for the money, you wouldn't have had the job and you would have lost the happy opportunity. And so because I went for the happy opportunity, I ended up getting everything I wanted. Now, how did I know what I wanted? Well, every night I envisioned it. Every night I painted the picture of this beautiful view, of this beautiful place that I would get to bring friends over, of getting to work on my project, of receiving an income. I did not realize that my friend was holding the place for me. I came to go look at it, and it was exactly the view that I was envisioning, and it was exactly the style of the house that I was entertaining my friends in and having a great time, and it was exactly the working environment that I wanted. So here I am, deciding to tap into the energy of happiness, to feel happy, to think of where my happy place is, and what happens? It comes. Now, not because I know a magic trick or not, because I realize that my external world is a reflection of me. That's what I mean by looking in the mirror. When I look out in the morning and I see this view, I see me. I see the joy that I have in my heart, the excitement that I am ready to share with other people. This is what I see. So, great. How do we do this? How do we envision and create this space? Okay, so first thing is there's no tricks. Nothing I will ever share with you has a trick, because there's no tricks in the universe. The universe behaves the way the universe behaves. No one can tell you the total of how the universe behaves, because the universe is unique to each person. It's incredible that way. So anyone who tells you, oh, because I can't have, you can't have, you can say that's already a lie. That's already a false. And if you tell me because they're angry, I need to be angry, that's already another false. That's already another lie. It's very easy for two people to work in a company and one to be happy and one to not be happy. Because one chooses to be happy. One decides to be happiness. So I'm going to teach you how to be happy. Okay? First, your happiness is your own. Your happiness comes from you. It does not come from me. No one can make you happy and no one can make you upset. You can only choose to respond as an upset person, or you can choose to respond as a happy person. So how do we do this? First, in order to be happy, we need to experience happiness. And the best way to do that is within. So I would lay down at night, and it's very nice if you have meditations you like, or it's very nice if you have music that you like that relaxes you. And you start painting the picture of your happy place. So to me, it started off with a beautiful ocean view. It started off with the sun. It started off with the green and the forest and the jungle, not the forest, the jungle surrounding me, trees surrounding me, animals surrounding me. And when I was able to create that picture, I was at the top of the hill with no home. And I'm looking at this 360 view, and I would spend days looking in this view, feeling this view. How would I be in this view? How would I feel in this view? Well, I would feel good. Wow, I would feel excited. And you know what? I would feel like I would want a home here. Okay, now I start creating the home. I start creating the entrance. Now, I love Japanese homes. I love tatami mats. I love bungalows. I love big rooms. Okay? So I imagined a big room. I imagined views and windows all around that we would be able to walk in and see and look out. And I started to paint that picture a little bit by a little bit. And then I invited my friends to come to meet me in my home in the jungle on the hill and spend time with me. So I started to picture us laughing. I started to picture, now at the time, I didn't have anyone in my life close to me, like a girlfriend in that way. So I had a shadow of the girl that I'm with, and she would be, enjoying to cook with people and laugh with people, and I would be helping her at the end of the dinner, and it would be great. And I would play this in my mind over and over and over again every single night. And every night I would make it more real. And every night it would become so exciting for me to go to bed, and for 2-3 hours I would find myself painting this picture. I would be lost in my happiness, and then I would go to bed, and then I would wake up in the morning, and the first thing I would do in the morning, I would have a drink of water, something to hydrate, and then I would be in thanks. I would take 5 minutes to 10 minutes, and I would say thank you. I would be thankful for the experience of this happiness, for this picture, this experience that I am creating for myself. And then from after saying thank you, I would do something of value for myself. So I would like to stretch. I would like to work out. Nothing crazy, 20 minutes, easy stretches, telling myself and my body that you are the first thing I'm thinking of. Because with you, everything I'm going to do. There's nothing I can do without you, so you're the first thing I'm thinking of. And so I would get my feelings, my body, and my mind all aligned to be in harmony around my joy of this world. Now, the reality was, no, I had a debt to pay, I had a job to do, I had work to do. Well, what I found was when I started working, I was happy. I was relaxed. And when someone would come with a little bit of a grumpy attitude, I was more patient. I was easier. And this started to build up. And this started to really accumulate in my life. And now I have people calling me asking to invest in my company. I'm here about to go and get a job, and people are calling me and saying, I want to give you money. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, but this person's giving me money. They're like, it's okay, no, I want to give you money too. Why? Well, what you're doing is so joyful. What you're doing is so beneficial that we want to be a part of helping that. We see our joy in helping you share your joy in your projects and what you're doing with other people. Wow. Yeah, Daniel, we've been watching you for the last year and we like it. Okay, now I didn't know in that year that people are watching me that way. I didn't know that they're paying attention. I was so focused on being me that actually people like me for who I am, regardless of the money, regardless of anything else. And so this is the beginning of living, when one finds themselves here, in this moment. So I can tell you, after 40 years, I'm at the beginning of life. I'm at the beginning of all that's going to come from this happy place, from this joyful place. And Karen, I don't know if you remember, but it was around New Year's. I was like, wow, Karen, I have no money and I have debts, though I'm the happiest person I've ever been. Like, I am happy. And how good it felt to say that.
And funny, even we explained, but nobody believed our challenge because we look so happy.
Yeah. Yeah, no one believed me that I didn't have money.
one.
I'm like, guys, I don't have money. I can't go out. They're like, no, what are you talking about? Of course, no one believed it because it's hard for us to imagine that someone can be so happy that they don't need anything else. Okay? What a gift to be able to share that. So, what is the value in all of this? I can tell you that in this lifetime, I've achieved the ability to say that I'm genuinely happy, even though I am in the biggest challenges that I've ever experienced. I would consider that a worthwhile life, to be able to say that. There's not many people who can say that. So we've been working on a program. We've been working on developing this together. You had told me that you really want to share this. This is what I believe we will be sharing, is how to be authentically happy, being you, and not needing anything else other than the excitement to share you and have other people respond with the exact same in kind, with the exact same expression. Karen, you are you to me. I don't ask you for anything outside of you. You don't ask me for anything outside of me. Maybe sometimes you might want me to do something. Let's not exaggerate. There's still some work you got to do, Karen. No, truthfully, it's been such a pleasure to get to know myself better and you better that I am so excited to share the way that we did this. And I'm not saying there's only one way, though we have a way. It would be an honor to share it with everyone. All you need to do is be willing to be yourself. And everyone can do that. Everyone has the ability to do that. It's the ones that are ready to do it that will feel this message the most. And I'm excited to share more about that. So
stay tuned.
Yeah, thank you.
Our Japanese beautiful community, we're doing online 3 weeks program together. I already feel it'll be epic, like the next level.
And I'm grateful that there is a community to even share this with, you know? Like, how exciting that already so many people have decided to be a community with you, Karen, and there's an opportunity to share this. Like, what a gift, you know? So creating this is my way of saying thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
and what I would like to share, and what we would like to share. Thank you.
Thank you so much for another amazing sharing.
My pleasure.
Sharing. We'll see you soon.
Yes. Sayonara.
Sayonara.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou.
Thank you.